Hey guys, this is Ahad Naiman and today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the latest Oppo F19 Pro Plus 5G. The Oppo F19 Pro Plus 5G is available in two color variants. One is the Space Silver and the other is the Fluid Black. We got the Space Silver variant from Jamson, so a huge shout out to Jamson's Goa for sending over this phone to us. When it comes to design, the Oppo F19 Pro Plus 5G is quite identical to a lot of the previous Oppo smartphones. Like Oppo Reno 5 Pro 5G, this phone also has a reflective back surface and has a very similar button placement as well. This phone has a whopping 6.4 inches Full HD Super AMOLED display and a massive battery backup, but despite that, it is actually only 173 grams in weight. One other feature which I thought was kind of unique in today's day and age and in 2021 is the 3.5mm headphone jack. A lot of the phones in 2021, including those of Oppo, go with the option of the USB Type-C earphone, which is quite handy because a lot of our studio monitoring headphones are 3.5mm headphones and we can actually use those with this phone as well. Phone runs on Android 11 along with Color OS and it has a very minimalistic look to it. There is a lot of pre-installed apps or bloatware coming with this phone, but you do have an option of deleting a lot of these apps, which is quite handy. Now, given the fact that the phone is actually very big, Oppo does provide a lot of features and gestures which you can use to make your whole one-hand operation a much smoother experience. One other feature that I did really enjoy in the phone was the native screen recording app. A lot of phones do not offer this, like the OnePlus 5, which is my daily driver. I have to install a third-party screen recording app in order to screen record anything, but Oppo F19 Pro Plus 5G offers that natively, which is something very thoughtful in my opinion. When it comes to RAM and ROM, this phone is available only in one variant, which is the 8GB RAM and 128GB ROM. You do have the option of expandability up to 256GB through an external SD card. This phone also supports dual SIM, which are both 5G enabled. Talking about performance, this phone sports one of the latest MediaTek Dimensity 800U processors. And while we were running some gaming tests, we did not notice any sort of lag or frame drops whatsoever. Now, while playing PUBG, we did notice that the highest graphics setting wasn't available. And in my opinion, I think the reason for that is that MediaTek has not optimized the Dimensity chipsets for high graphic settings like that available on PUBG. And I think it's only a matter of days or weeks until that option will also be available to this device. The experience while playing Asphalt 9 was thoroughly enjoyable, except for the fact that this phone does not have stereo sound, but I don't think that's a deal breaker per se. Now, talking about the biggest feature of this smartphone, that is the cameras. This phone features a quad camera setup in the rear, which includes a 48MP primary sensor, 8MP ultra-wide camera, 2MP portrait sensor, and 2MP macro mode sensor. On the front, you have a 16MP selfie camera as well. Now, talking about the camera features, you'll get all the latest Oppo camera features such as night mode, AI highlight portrait mode, the updated AI scene enhancement 2.0, dual video mode, focus lock, ultra slow-mo, and many others. Now, talking about night mode, I was very easily convinced that I will not use this feature as much because all the pictures taken in night mode have a very artificially enhanced look, which I'm not a fan of personally. And I never thought I would need to use it because they also have the AI highlight portrait video mode, which has very satisfactory results and a very consistent and realistic look to it. I would highly suggest everyone to check out this feature because personally I feel this is a game changer in the smartphone camera department. The AI highlight portrait video mode shoots amazing footage in low light, be it videos or photos. Now, you will notice a small amount of grains and noise produced in those videos, but honestly you would see that result even in my Sony A7 III, which is nearly a 3 lakh rupees camera. So I'm not too surprised to notice that in a smartphone camera. But personally, the best feature I found in these cameras, hands down, was the portrait mode. Portrait modes have been available in cameras for the past 5-6 years, and even my OnePlus 5, which is my daily driver, and I've been using this phone for the past 4 years, has this portrait mode, but I never really end up using this feature because it never gives you very satisfactory results and it can never compete with the quality produced on a DSLR or a mirrorless camera until I use the Oppo F19 Pro Plus camera. Upon using the portrait mode feature, I noticed that there was a very clear background separation from the subject and it gave a very realistic DSLR look in almost all situations. So personally, a big fan of the portrait mode feature in this camera, and this is easily the only smartphone camera where I've obsessed over the portrait mode feature. Talking about the selfie camera, the one small issue I had with the camera was even when you put the beautification down to 0%, you do still notice a slightly beautified and soft image produced by the camera when it comes to photos. But that again isn't necessarily a deal breaker because the quality of photos and videos produced by the selfie camera were exceptional as well. Talking about video, this phone does shoot in 4K, although if you do switch to the ultra steady mode, the 4K option will no longer be available. As far as the quality of videos is concerned, I feel it's top notch and can easily be compared to the likes of the big guns, that is Apple and Samsung. I feel like Oppo has really put a lot of time in engineering and fine-tuning the software, the hardware of all the cameras, and even the UI of the camera. If you do notice, the UI of the camera is very intuitive and very easy to access. Every feature is available right on the screen. You do not have to go hunting for all the features. They're available right on the screen and is very noob friendly, to be honest. This phone will be available in the market for around 26,000 rupees, and if you are in the market looking for a new phone, I would highly recommend you to swoop in and buy this one, no questions. Because personally, I think I might just buy this phone as well because I am a huge fan of the camera on this phone, the form factor, the battery backup, the display, and I feel it's great value for the price. If you did enjoy this video, then I would really appreciate if you could like this video, subscribe to the channel and share this video. My name is Ahad Neeman and I'll meet you in the next one.